Ahoy friends, welcome to Building the Alpha Dory. I'm Dan, and this is a project to build a Chamberlain racing dory from John Gardner's The Dory Book, illustrations by Sam Manning. Today we will be cleaning up the rails the inner rails that we nailed on, and maybe get around to tracing out the caps that go on, finish off the top of the rail. We'll see about that. Anyway, let's get out there and get to it. Alright, so last video we were gluing and nailing on the inner rails. So today we'll be taking the clamps off and we'll be trimming up these rails so that they look good. Oh yeah, we also got to rivet these rails as well. We can do that this evening also. Let's see, so for the rivets we'll probably need, ooh gosh, I'm not sure if we got any burrs. Let's see. I'll have to look for the burrs when I've got them in it. But until then, we can cut the rails to the right height. Alright, so the first thing we'll use to do that is the draw knife. So what we're doing is we're taking this inner rail down to the height of the block and the shear strake. And we want to take it down at the same angle as the block and the shear strake. Take it down below it, so gotta watch the grain. And depending on how comfortable you are with the draw knife, the old timers would take it right down to it with the draw knife. But you can switch to a plane at any point. You're less likely to get into you're less likely to have a split out and go too far. So that looks good. And then we're probably going to get a get the belt sander out on these anyway when we're all done, just to take everything down, take the glue down and whatnot to yeah, now you got me wanting to get greedy. I'll take the entire thing down with the, with the draw knife right now. No, no reason to show off here. Let's just we don't mind making use of modern methods like the belt sander, even if they are a little slower than the old time way of doing it with the draw knife. So you can see what this is doing is we're losing thickness, stem and stern, on this inner rail. So it's just going to snag the plane here. It looks like the grain's a little. So we're losing thickness, stem and stern on this rail, so it's just lightening up the weight of the rail. So it tapers. So it tapers as it reaches the bow and stern of the boat. We're just about to it. And I suppose I could also get at this with the with a good sized chisel. Grab a slick and get into this angle really well. But that's looking good. And we're close anyway, and we're going to be trimming this up even a bit more when once we've put the breast hook in. So there's no reason to go crazy on it this evening. We'll just get it down close to where we want. If it's really close, at least we can see where we need to set the breast hook. That will make that a lot easier. That's something we might do this evening as well, is actually cut out the oak breast hook that's going to go in there. Did a little bit of cleanup here on the glue drips from when, because we also glued these rails when we put them in. Okay, so let's get back to the transom and do something similar back there. The other thing we need to do up here actually is we need to bevel or taper the inside of the strake as well for where the breast hook lands on it. So yeah, let's do that right now while we got the camera set up here. Fairly straight edge. I'm not going to need to take much off on this one here. Just a little bit. This one's going to take a bit more. Got a clamp still on down here. So I'll take a little bit more off. This is just so we can bring the breast hook right in up against the transom. I mean right up against the stem. So I'm just going to plane back to the line that I just drew. Alright, let's get out our chunk of wood that we're we're going to get our breast hook out of this, and what we want to do is probably cut it right out of here. Other option might be to go like this, so that and we could bring it back further. Something like that. Yeah, let's see if we can get it like this. So if we trim the end here, then we'll be able to tell if we'll be able to get it out of the board this way. And if we can't, the end will be trimmed, but we'll still have enough wood to get it out of this part of the board here. Alright, so I guess gotta strike a line first. Then we'll head over to the bandsaw. Pencil out here just a second ago. I have to rewind the video to see where I left my pencil. All I need to do is put a piece of wood across there to hold it up. This one will work. That'll hold it close to its final position, and just like that. So what I want to do is get a nice wide piece of wood that's got two parallel edges. I think this might fit the bill as long as it's not too long. Yeah, so except I gotta get under it. Yeah, no, it is too long. Alright, so gotta find another clear piece of wood. Not this one either. Well, I don't have many square pieces of wood in the boat shop. I suppose it makes sense. Alright. Found one. So I'll put this right up against the stem. And make a mark. Now I can cut a line that's square to that. Or parallel to that line. This one would have worked. Yeah, this one would have worked too. Now the question is, so we got a 2-inch stem, almost to 2 inches right there. So what I think I want to do, yeah, what I'll do is I'll cut that off close, and then we'll be that much closer, and then we can draw the final line. We're also going to have to get the bevel of the stem, so this isn't going to be the final cut anyway. Alright, so yeah, look at that. So we're pretty close to the angle. It's going to be right around 45 degrees. We may have to trim it with a plane because it looks like it's a little bit more than 45. That's because the stem sweeps upward as it as you come forward further and further on the stem. The stem angle down on the bottom of the boat is significantly less than 45 degrees. All right, so that right there is about where we want her. So what we're going to need to do is, this thing's going to come back when we trim everything. So I'm going to mark from underneath, and I'll be marking on this line here. So when we cut, we'll cut everything to that line. We'll cut everything back this way. So I can see the pencil there. Have to get my arm in underneath here. What I'm gonna have to do is cut off the part of the plank that we know we're not going to use, which is about here. All right, so we'll cut this off on the bandsaw, and then we'll have a manageable piece of wood that we can work with. Yeah, it looks like we're getting rid of all the, there's some sapwood over here which has some rot in it. You can see the transition there between the sapwood which rotted and the heartwood which is rock solid. Alright, back to the bandsaw. Alright, so you guys got to see this while I'm at it. Maybe it's a little dark. Yeah, one of those tomahawk steaks or whatever. So yeah, a bit of a splurge at our local farmer's market the other day. Actually purchased this over at the farm where I bought a bunch of the wood that went into the boat, Eric's. So yeah, looks like it's pretty close to done. So yeah, getting ready to take it off the grill anyway, low and slow. Yeah, so let's see if we can fit that breast hook before I gotta head in for dinner. So yeah, we're sneaking up on it here. Okay, so that's the cut we've got, and it looks like we're pretty close to even on the edges. So let's try and mark this on the underside again. See how we do. And what we'll do is we'll cut this and then sneak up on it with the plane to get it to fit just so. Okay, so we cut it there. Alright. Yeah, so what we'll want to do is cut one side, and then we can actually, let me see if I got a ruler here to see how close we are to even on either side. Looks like one side's longer than the other at the moment. So we're at 9 inches here and 8.5 here. So we can go to 8.5 inches over here, which isn't a big loss. All right, so what we need to do is draw 1/2, and all right, and then we'll be 8 inches wide, it looks like, as well, just about. So 4 inches, here's the center line. We're at 2 inches here, just like we should be, so that's a good sign. So mark the center line there as well. And like I say, this is gonna be a rough cut also. We're gonna sneak up on this with the plane, hand plane, to get it just so. Alright, so there's the center line. Now what we can do is, looks good on both sides. What we can do is sketch one side, cut it out, and then we'll trace that one side on onto a piece of scrap, and then we'll use that to cut out the other side. And I'm tracing on this side where there's this split because I want to cut this check out of the wood as well. So something like that, and yeah, we'll see how it goes, and then whatever we end up cutting, we'll like I say, pattern it and duplicate it on the other side, and then we'll have a nice symmetrical breast hook there. Thanks for dropping by Building the Alpha Dory. Look forward to seeing everybody next video. A massive thank you to everyone who's liked, subscribed, commented, and supported the channel. You guys make this channel possible, and yeah, happy to answer any more questions, comments, snide remarks, or whatnot. We'll see you in the comment section below. Hope you have a great day. God bless, and see you next video.